guys, welcome back to the 12 days of foundation, day 12. This is the end of it, my friends. I have tested out 11 foundations over the past 11 days. I hope that you are not sick of my face. I've talked about this on Snapchat, but I'm a little bit sick of my own face because I am looking at it every single day, all day. I hope you don't feel that way, but we're doing something super fun today, coming full circle as we did on day 1, a mystery foundation review. It is back for day 3. I have a sample of a foundation here that should be a decent match for me, but I have absolutely no idea what it is. So I'm going to be doing a review and kind of wear test of this foundation. I will tell you what I think about the claims or what they may be, and then we have an envelope reveal at the end to see what the foundation is and if my thoughts match up with the claims. I may have already reviewed this foundation. If you saw day 1/day 5, we already know what happened. I won't get into it, but let's go ahead and get started. So here is my little Sephora foundation sample. I've mentioned this in my previous reviews, but people still seem to be learning that you can get free samples at Sephora of any product that is sampleable, especially foundations, if you're looking to get a color match or see if the formula is going to work well with you. So here is my sample. It's a pretty thick formula. I don't think it's familiar, but I don't know. It smells kind of fresh. Let's do it. Let's just put it on my skin. Just going to dot it on and use my e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush as always. The curls are back, by the way. Finally decided to wash out my blowout. I left it for as long as humanly possible. It still looks good in a ponytail, and it's less effort for me for washing and blow drying. Okay, so that blended out so easy. It's interesting because it felt, oh, my contact. It felt really thick in the pot, so let's build it up some more. Color match is great. See how much we can build it up. I'm gonna stipple this into the skin a little bit more to build coverage. This is a great color match. This doesn't feel familiar. I'm gonna go ahead and say that now, even though I'm hesitant to say it, but it doesn't feel super familiar. So you can see it has a bit of a natural sheen on the skin. I've gotten into about a medium coverage. I'm gonna leave it there. It does have really, really beautiful coverage. The sheen looks really nice, and it's so easily blendable. So I think the coverage looks really, really beautiful on the skin. It's a pretty true medium, I think. It definitely has covered up all of the redness in my skin. Feels really lightweight, and it has set quite a bit. I wouldn't say it's set to like a powder finish, but somewhere in the realm of like a satiny demi-matte. Feels really comfortable on the skin, and the shade match, as I mentioned, is just so good. So if this works out, this will be a really good match for me moving forward. I will say the scent, it's a little bit scented, but not in like a heavy floral way. It has more of like a fresh kind of skincare scent. It almost smells like a moisturizer. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on the rest of my makeup, take some photos, and I'll be back. So things are looking great so far. The primed side especially looks really, really smooth. Everything that I'm wearing on my face is listed in the description box, and I'm just really happy with this. Again, so curious, but I'm gonna wait another 8 hours or so before I figure out what this is. As for the photos, I thought it looked really good here in my studio lighting. You can see there's a little bit of a sheen to my skin, and I think it looks really natural. Then when I turned off my ring light, there's no real cast on my skin. It does look good. And then when I was in more of a dark space with the flash, there's a little bit of a cast, but nothing super intense. So overall, I've got to say I'm really, really happy with how this looks. It definitely blended out beautifully. As I mentioned, it feels really lightweight on the skin, and I'm at about a medium coverage. Everything applied really nicely on top of it, and the scent has dissipated. It's really not a strong scent, but it was something that I noticed. It didn't really smell like foundation. It smelled more like skincare, but it wasn't anything strong by any means. So I'm gonna go ahead about my day, wondering the entire time what's on my face, and I'll check back with you midway in some natural light. Here I am in my check-in hoodie for the last time of 2017. Things look really good on my skin. Nothing has oxidized, patched off. The primed side is looking more smooth and matte than the unprimed side. There definitely is kind of my oils have come through. There's a light layer of oil on my face, but nothing that feels greasy or heavy. It still feels really good on my skin. So I am going to do just a little bit of blotting and powdering. I'm about to head out the door to lunch, and it's like -15 or -20 with the wind chill in Celsius. So that should be interesting, but otherwise things look really, really good on my skin. I'll do a light powder down the center of my face. That being said, I have had a pretty chill day. Like I mentioned, I'm prepping to go on vacation, so I've just been doing a bunch of filming, editing, that kind of stuff, so it's been pretty light in the way of physical activity. A lot of swatching, if that counts, but things look really, really good, so we will see how it holds up in the cold weather in a few hours when I get back. I'm back and I'm dying to know what's on my face, mostly because I really, really like it. I think that this has turned out really well, and I'm so hesitant to say that, like, I love this and I definitely want to purchase it, because what if it's a foundation that I hated before? But anyways, I think it looks incredible, especially in person. As I've mentioned before, my ring light kind of reflects light. In person, this has like a natural glow to the skin. It's a little bit dewy, but I did just get in the door. It's super cold outside. I had a scarf, jacket, hat on. Nothing has patched away. I did notice once I powdered over it, I didn't love the look of it, but once my oil started coming through again, I just think it looks really, really good on the skin. So I am going to just blot a little bit, but this has held up really well. The primed side especially, but the unprimed side looks good too. Where I have kind of blotted there a little bit, I noticed that it did pick up a little bit of product. So it's not 100% transfer proof, and where I blotted and kind of powdered, it did start to look slightly cakey, but otherwise I think it looks really, really good on the skin, and I'm dying to know what this is. It's funny because I was actually just out to lunch with my friend LJ, who helped me with this project. So she knew what foundation I was wearing. I didn't know what foundation I was wearing. She did not tell me. It is still completely under wraps in this envelope, so let's go ahead and open it up. I'm kind of sad that this is my last mystery foundation review. Let me know if you'd like to see more of these, because I've had a lot of fun doing it. What's it gonna be? Dun, dun, dun. Who are you? Oh my god! That is so funny. Okay, so here we go. We have another foundation that I have reviewed for the 12 Days of Foundation, and this is such a better match. It's the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Foundation in 4N1. I reviewed this in 3W1, and I really, really liked it, but the shade match was totally off. So now I know exactly what my shade is, and I think I gave this a really good review before too. So I definitely didn't build it up as much as I did in my review earlier this week, so I totally will be picking this up in my right shade. That is so funny that I have doubled up on reviews during the 12 Days of Foundation. Goes to show that I really had no idea what was going on inside of those envelopes. That's hilarious. LJ has done a really good job picking foundations for me. All of the mystery foundations have worked out really, really well. So thanks, LJ. I will link to her channel down below. And thank you so much for watching the 12 Days of Foundation and supporting me this month. I hope that you have enjoyed this series, and I will continue, of course, to do more foundation reviews. That is one of my goals for 2018, is to do at least 2 or 3 foundation reviews a month, because I know that you really enjoy them, and for whatever reason I slacked on them in 2017. So be sure to stay tuned for that. I also have a really big giveaway coming up, a holiday giveaway with 5 winners. It is going to be international. There is so much to be won, and yeah, that's just hilarious. I love this foundation so much more now that it matches me. The one that I had before, I know I'm kind of working backwards here. I was about to end the video and now I'm talking again, but the one that I had before was just a smidge too light, and this is like a dead-on perfect match. So if you watch that review and you were curious to figure out what your shade would be, 4N1 for sure is a really, really good match for NC42. Anyways, let's wrap this up. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!